Alright, here we go, part 6. So if you remember, I left off, we let Phoebe go look for her parents. So now we gotta find Phoebe, make sure she's alright. In the last video, we found Phoebe in Hades, but she had no recollection of who she was or what she was doing there. We discovered that the Cyclops from Kephallonia gave her Lethe's water, which made her forget. And he stole her wooden eagle toy. So we helped her find the eagle toy, we gave it back to her. That made her remember that she was in Elysium. She came down to Hades to find her parents, and then that's when she ran into Cyclops, that's where all the trouble started. So now we're gonna find Phoebe. This mission's called Undoing What's Been Done. I'm gonna steal the 2 Tartarus rifts and see if we can find any clues. So in the last video I was kind of talking shit on the endings of Assassin's Creed, the more recent ones. I was talking about how, especially in the present day, they were just unsatisfying. The old games used to have big revelations at the end that would like shock you and made you more interested in the story and made you, excited for the next game. So here's pick up this loot right here, and then to the left you could pick up Chara, Phoebe's eagle.
But where is she?
So I was listening to a podcast called Inside the Studio. It's like an Assassin's Creed podcast, and they were talking to the game director of the DLC, and he promised that the new episode 3, the ending for the present day with Layla, is going to end in an unexpected way that's going to shock the player, and it's going to move the story forward in an unexpected way. So hopefully he could actually deliver, because this is exactly what they've been doing. That's what made the games so popular. But it could be a shocking thing, but it couldn't work too. So hopefully it works as long as being shocking, because you could just do some crazy shit and then it makes no sense. Alright, so we got a letter from the Cyclops to his men to go to this ancient Tenemos. It's just right up north from where we were. It's going to take you into this skull cave. So we're going to have to seal some more Tartarus rifts and hopefully find Phoebe. There's going to be a part where you got to squeeze in between 2 rocks. That's going to be up to the left. I initially went through there, but don't go through there, because that's going to be the way you come back. So do the main part, and then you're going to come through that area. It's going to lead you back to the opening of the cave at the end. And don't forget to grab all the little treasures down here, because like I said before, all this shit adds up, and you're going to need it. Because in the end stages of these DLCs, I've been running low on drachmae and on materials. Alright, so I was going to edit out grabbing all this loot, and then I wanted to talk about the final boss of the new episode. I've been doing a little research. I've been watching Jor Raptor's videos. He's probably the best person right now on YouTube for updates and news on Assassin's Creed games. He was talking about there's going to be a new mythological creature to fight in episode 3. That was the part where you squeeze through. I just edited it out. I squeezed in me going through there, so I didn't waste any time. I just came right back to where I was. And he was saying he was doing a new update on the trophy list, and then the last trophy is a hidden trophy. And if you look at it, it'll tell you the name of the mythological creature. I won't say it. I won't spoil it. But I was thinking, I'll tell you what it's not. What it's not going to be. I was thinking because of water, Poseidon, Atlantis, it would have been something like a Kraken or Hydra, but it's not those two, which would have been really cool too. It's a more obscure mythological monster that if you're in the Greek mythology, you probably heard of it. If not, then it's going to be something new and pretty wild to see. I'm curious to see how that they pull it off. So along with that trophy achievement, we got 4 more new ones for episode 3. The first one's called Euro Medicine. For that one, you're going to have to kill 10 Isu soldiers with the Blessing of Cronus enhancement, which is going to be one of the Keeper's insights that we've been collecting through all the episodes. Judging by the icon, it looks like an upgrade to the Hero Strike. The second one is the Isu Bloodline. The description says to completely fill the knowledge sequence, and the icon is kind of like a bookcase. Not sure what that means. That could be where we have to upgrade the staff that we got from Pythagoras, or maybe it's some kind of new mission that we got to do for Poseidon, who I'm assuming is going to be like the main quest giver like Hades was. The third achievement trophy is Hephaestus' Apprentice. We got to forge 3 legendary weapons. The icon is a hammer on fire. Jor Raptor talked about this too. I didn't realize this. There's that place where you get the forge of wherever, I forget what it's called, where you get the spear of Leonidas. There was 3 pillars that weren't used, so that could be where we get the 3 weapons, or we have to go back to forge the 3 legendary weapons. I'm not sure. We'll see. Then the 4th one is gathering full strength. You just get this for collecting all the Keeper's insights in episode 3. So judging by the other episodes, we should get three new ones, because we've been getting 3 in every one. Alright, so I'm going to edit out the second Tartarus Rift. I got to make these shorter because I don't have much time until Tuesday. So we're going to take out the second Tartarus Rift, and we're going to take out some of the Cyclops' guards, which at one point Alexios makes a comment that he recognizes all these faces from Kephallonia, because they all work for the Cyclops. So right now we're looking for Phoebe. We're exploring the ancient Tenemos. Alexios just made a comment that he's seen a prisoner up ahead, so we're going to kill the rest of these guards and we're going to talk to her. And since the game director mentioned that they're going to have that shocking ending, it's got me thinking of all the different possibilities now what could happen with Layla. The funniest ones I've seen have been comments that have been kind of making jokes that somehow she's going to get killed and Desmond can replace her, because everybody misses Desmond. He was like the only present day character that was actually interesting, and I just feel like he had more time on screen that we got to know him better. That's why he was more popular, because we just knew more about him. They did more to develop that character than they have done with the other characters. It's just because they just don't have enough time anymore.
The Eagle Bearer. I overheard the Cyclops saying you were in the underworld, but I didn't believe it.
I'm looking for a girl. Her name was Phoebe. Her name is Phoebe.
They took a girl onto one of their boats, but
But what?
she wasn't moving.
Tell me where they were sailing.
I couldn't see, but Charon's at the dock on the riverbank. No one sails without him knowing.
How long ago did they leave?
If you set sail now, you can probably catch up to them. But be quick.
Get out of here while you can. I'm going to find this Cyclops and stop him once and for all.
Take this as thanks. You can pay Charon to send you down the Styx after them.
Alright, so it looks like we missed Phoebe. The mortal woman, as per her description, no name, told us that she was taken by the Cyclops and they went sailing. She doesn't know where, but if anybody goes by water, they gotta go through Charon. So we're gonna go up here and talk to Charon, and that lady was nice enough to give us money to pay for the passageway too.
Aaron, one of the prisoners said the Cyclops took a friend of mine down the Styx.
Oh, the young girl from Elysium. They dumped her lifeless body into one of my old ports.
Take me to her.
What is it you fleshlings do to calm down? Breathe? Yes, breathe and tell me what happened.
There's no time to explain. Here, I can pay. Now let's sail.
Very well. I know precisely where the Cyclops of Kephallonia was taking your young friend. It's a gate. The place should seem familiar to all of you.
Thank you. Now we have to go.
Alright, so we're back in Kephallonia, some more nostalgia from the main game. We finished that quest. We got a new one called the Warrior of the Eagle Bear. So we're going to look for Phoebe, and we're going to look for Cyclops. We know he took her here. She was unconscious. So up here is going to be Alexios' house.
It's my home on Kephallonia. How is this possible? Phoebe! Phoebe! Been a long time. Heard you and the girl finally came down to join us. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to show you both a warm Kephalonian welcome. If you hurt her, I will cut out your other fucking eye! And this time, it's going up your ass, Cyclops! No one calls me that! Give it to me. I'll cut out one of your eyes. Come.
Alright, so here we go. We're going to fight the Cyclops finally. We're going to get some payback for all the shit he's pulled down here in Hades. There was also a great throwback to when we took his obsidian eye and we shoved it up a goat's ass. Now we're going to take his other eye and shove it up his ass. Alright, so here we go. So the fight's even easier because his thugs had to go chase that goat. And so it's just him and versus us. We're just going to do the usual. We got the overpower attacks. We got the Fury, the Bloodline, Ares Madness. One of the Keeper's Insights that we got through these DLCs. And we're just going to lay that on him. Now he's already less than half the health. He's going to try to taunt us over Phoebe. But he's a piece of shit, so it doesn't mean anything. The only thing you have to watch out for is when he turns red, he does a little shoulder tackle. Just watch out for that and any heavy attacks with his hammer. Like that. Just get out of the way. Get your attacks in. Build up your adrenaline. If you're hurting on adrenaline, just take a step back. Get some headshots with the arrows. Let it build up. And then you can move in with your abilities. Like overpower attacks like this. And there you go. He's already done. Confirm the kill like a mercenary. And you're going to get the Cyclops' eye patch. And then we got the Kephalonian dagger before as a reward for completing the last mission. If you check out the menu, you get the Cyclops. Never forgot who sent him to meet Hades. Blah, blah, blah. So he was one of the fallen enforcers. So we got 2 of the enforcers down. We got 1 more. I think you could recognize him by his outline. One of the funnier characters of the game. So Cyclops' eye patch, epic headgear, nothing special. Like I was saying before, at this point, if it's not legendary, who cares? Kephalonian dagger. And now I'm just looking to see what I can make room for. That's another thing that's a pain in the ass, is when you run out of room and you're constantly got to recycle shit and your inventory's too high.
Phoebe! No. No, 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 no. Ella. Ella. Earth, mother of all, I greet you. Agnaso.
Alexios?
You're okay.
And you're... here.
I'll always be with you, Phoebe. Forever. No matter what.
Thank you.
Can you stand?
What is this place? And where is the Cyclops?
Don't worry, the Cyclops is gone. And this is a doorway to Elysium.
So that's it? Through there? I'll find my real parents.
You can do this, Phoebe. Let's go.
Seeing this place makes me miss Kephallonia.
We had some good days, didn't we?
I don't want to go.
You have no choice, Phoebe. You belong with your parents.
No. I belong with you. Please, don't make me go.
Don't be afraid. I'm leaving this place too, once I finish what I started. But I will be with you. I, found this. Take it with you, to keep me close.
What if my parents don't like me?
Of course they're going to like you. They'll do more than like you. They'll love you.
But I won't be able to forget you. You're my family too. Can I come back here and find you?
No. Once you leave, you can never come back. But one day, a long time from now, I will come to you. And we'll tell each other all about our adventures.
You'll always be my family, no matter what. I think I'm ready.
Phoebe, the warrior who sailed to the Golden Fields. Phoebe, who plunged into the underworld to save her family. Phoebe, the Eagle Bearer. You have made me so proud. Walk tall.
I told you he wouldn't let the kid lose her memories.
Instead, she drew out the child's own strength and inspired her to endure her burden. Remarkable.
Alright, so there you have it. We've saved Phoebe. We sent her back to Elysium to join her parents, who I assume slipped back to Elysium at some point when we were looking for them. And we could see Poseidon and Hades are still having their ongoing bet. Poseidon lost that one. He didn't think we'd be as honorable or noble in our quest with Phoebe. So maybe he's just checking us out before we can get into Atlantis. We'll have to see. We'll have to find out later. But that's it for now. See you guys in part 7.